When we have filtered data and we want to apply some formula on that, then normal formula may not work. For example, we are having data. We want to find out sum of all the prices. So here I have applied that formula, sum of starting from B5 till any number of rows. So this sum will work as expected, but once I do filtering, for example, I remove all the records where name is B, for example, so I remove it, you'll see that the sum is not reflecting that. So in this situation, we use subtotal function. So subtotal function is like this. Here you see that we have specified number as 9. So that is the function code for some function. So there are different functions for which this subtotal is available. So you can see those functions. So these are various numbers. And from here you can see that for sum, the function code is 9. So we apply that subtotal, then function code is 9, and then we specify the same range. So using this subtotal, we can perform these operations on the range where we have applied the filtering. So that's about subtotal. Now this subtotal can perform this operation, but it has limitation that subtotal function cannot be applied on any function. It is supported only on certain functions. So for example, if you want to do say XIRR function, so that is not supported. So in this case, we'll see that how we can handle this problem. So let me bring back this all the data, filter data. I select all the records. Now what we will understand is how we can perform same operation using query functions. So we are going to select the relevant rows using query functions, and that result of the query we are going to provide into our original sum function. So let's see that part. So you can see here. So we are having date ranges. So generally these are for particular financial years. So what I want, that suppose I assume that we assume that these are different transactions, and I want to do sum of all these prices as per their, it's falling under particular financial year. We have this range in which I want to do corresponding summation. So for that we use this formula, that you see the inner formula called query. So we use this Google Sheets query function. We apply that query function in this range A5 to C, any number of rows. From that we are selecting B, which is this price, where C, which is this date, is falling between these two values. So from this it is going to filter all the rows where date is falling in this particular range, and result of that we plug into sum function. So basically here we'll get summation of all the records which are falling between these two dates, and same formula is pasted for other date ranges, and we'll get result using this sum and query combination. So now the point is, if subtotal is available, then what is the need of this query? So we need to use this query function if subtotal does not support a function that we want to calculate. So in this case, query will be used to find out all the relevant rows, and we plug the result of that query function into the desired function and we get the result. So subtotal we can use for all the functions which are supported by subtotal. But if you want to carry out some function which is not supported by subtotal, for example XIRR, so for that we can use this query to select all the relevant rows, supply that range into the original function, and we'll get the result. Thanks for watching and happy learning.